Hey, it's Dr. Jodi here. I want to talk today about how to regulate your nervous system, or how to regulate your emotions when you feel off, when you feel upset at all, anxious, angry, sad, frustrated, whatever emotion it is. They're the same hormones, keep in mind. So it's your nervous system that you want to re-regulate. And when you're trying to do that, when you look online or you're reading something or you hear about things, there's two opposing tips that you're given to regulate your nervous system. So what gives? And the two opposing tips are take some alone time or take some me time. And the other one is be around people. So what does this mean? I'm glad you asked. I'm Dr. Jodi, and I give practical tips for your brain and body and spirit. And so follow along for more. So what gives? Well, they're both right. If you are around a lot of people and you're overstimulated and you have a lot of things that you're processing in your mind, it's great to take some me time, some alone time, so that you're not taking in any more stimulus and you're able to process what you already have and ease it out of your system, or make meaning out of it, or figure it out, or let it go, or just come down off that high. Me time. However, if you are in a negative spiral and you're thinking of all these negative things and your mind's hooked on some negative thoughts, not so good, is it? We are social beings and we heal in relationships, right? We do not heal in a vacuum, we heal in relationships. So overall, you do need to be around people. The more isolated you are, the harder it is to be emotionally healthy. That's it, hands down. The more isolated you are, the harder it is to be emotionally healthy. And so it's not you. There's not a problem with you. We don't work well. Our brains don't work well when we're isolated too much. So you want to be around other people. For social beings, that means to heal, we need social situations, and to learn, we need social situations. So we need to be around other people to process things, to have them, to reflect back to us how to understand what's going on in our life. We need other people to get out of our head, to get out of that hooked thing. A distraction maybe, or, somebody to understand or know what you're going through. Feels amazing, right? And healing and education are the same. We're social learners as well. Humans are social learners. So when we learn, it's the same mechanisms as when we heal. Okay, so then how do you make sense of this? Do you take me time when you need emotional regulation, or do you be with people? Let's look at the two pieces of both of those that actually make them both work so we understand. And they are, I forgot already. No, I have a note in my pocket, so I'm out of breath from walking uphill. They are witnessing and being held. So let me explain. So when you are taking me time and you're not, like I said, in that emotional negative spiral, but you're taking me time to relax and to regulate your nervous system if you've been overstimulated or you've been around people all the time and you just need some time alone to be quiet, you are witnessing yourself. You're able, instead of having that negative broken record going on, you're actually having some time to witness yourself in that relaxation or in that meaning making or whatever you're doing. You're also holding yourself there. So if you are taking me time and you feel valuable enough in yourself that you were able to take yourself some me time, that you feel worthy enough to take that, you are holding yourself. And if you were with other people, if you were with people who are negative and jerky to you, what? No. You're not held, you're not witnessed. So of course it's not healing. That's not what I'm talking about. That'll upset your nervous system, right? Instead of relaxing your nervous system. So when you're around people, you want to be around people who are uplifting and positive, and people who see you and value you for who you are. Because then you feel held and you feel witnessed. Those elements are the most healing things that you could do for yourself: to witness and to feel held. And after working with people with trauma for so long, I've worked with people who have experienced like unspeakable trauma for 28 years. I understand trauma is an experience when you're not held. Not held, like emotionally, right? Your emotions are too much for, it's overwhelming your experience because of what is happening to you in the moment. Awful things. So to heal trauma, we need to be held. And I've also understood that this witnessing thing, witnessing of yourself or having somebody witness you, is so potent because it's a stage of memory. There's 8 stages of memory by Russell Mears, and the last stage is called stream of consciousness, and he defines it different than we define stream of consciousness other ways. He defines it as being a witness of the self, and he noticed when you're in that state of memory, being a witness of yourself, your nervous system calms down. One time I was teaching a workshop to other therapists about anxiety and about recovery from trauma. And I was asked in this meeting, somebody asked me, do you stop sometimes with your clients and do breathing and help them regulate their nervous system? And I was like, that's interesting. 28 years, full-time clinical practice. Maybe I could count on one hand how often I do that. And this is why. Because I'm constantly inviting them to be a witness of themselves, and that's already regulating their nervous system. It's happening through the conversation because of the questions that I'm asking. And I learned my modality from Mike White and David Epstein, narrative therapy. It's so powerful in inviting people to witness themselves, and I think that is 90% of why people heal so fast in my practice. So yeah, you might know that I have some openings in my Activate group. So if it is not cost effective to work with me privately and you're like, I want some access to this kind of healing, it's an application process because there's group members already there. So just go to jodinews.com/activate. But I hope this video served you, and follow me for more tips for your brain and body and spirit.